Ninjago is arguably the best original IP LEGO has made in the 21st century, but did you know the idea of ninjas versus skeletons can be traced all the way back to the early 2000s? Recently, illustrator and concept artist Mike Rayhawk released on his personal website some incredible information about his involvement in multiple pitches to the LEGO Group between 2004 and 2007, and how some of these ideas could inspire Ninjago we've all come to love. So, let's begin. For a little bit of context, LEGO had a ninja sub-theme before in the 90s as a part of their Castle brand, and while it has its highlights, it's easy to say it didn't go anywhere. It was more about the faction and less about the characters, and with the threat of bankruptcy luring, something had to change. The biggest knock on all of this was LEGO losing market share to its competitors, specifically Mega Bloks, who posed the biggest threat at the time with its Dragon line, taking a hold of the market in 2003. So, as a response, LEGO looked to its different concept labs around the world for ideas, and that same year, an artist only credited as Wong from the Hong Kong concept lab proposed a solution: Spirit Defenders, a fantastical world where sorcerers ninjas clashed with samurai skeletons over sacred shrines. There was even concept art made depicting a pagoda-like shrines in the background and two battling factions with weapons and vehicles ready to clash. An interesting detail about Spirit Defenders was that the skeleton samurai were intended to be the good guys, and the ninja were actually depicted to be the bad guys. However, LEGO opted not to pursue Spirit Defenders at the time, yet the concept didn't fade into obscurity. In 2004, it found its way to LEGO's Los Angeles concept lab, where it caught the attention of one Mike Rayhawk. Fresh from his work on the first year of Knight's Kingdom, he saw potential in the concept and began to mold it into something new. Thus, Ninja Ghost was born, a story of color-coded heroes, ancient artifacts, and epic battles between good and evil. Drawing inspiration from previous pop culture phenomenons like Power Rangers, the premise of the pitch centered around the wise monastery keeper and his daughter, very reminiscent of earlier versions of Wu and Nia, who guarded the mythical golden katanas against the nefarious schemes of the dragon sorceress and her army of Ninja Ghost. Mike Rayhawk's intentions were to have this theme be a female lead, a deviation from LEGO's all-male-centric heroes at the time. Similar to Spirit Defenders, the skeletons would have been the good guys and the ninja, and then with the dragon sorceress being the bad guys. Once again, LEGO did not pursue this specific concept. Another concept Mike Rayhawk pitched at the time may sound very familiar as well. It's one simply called Infinite Realms, an idea that proposed the mixing of genres from infinite number of worlds all coming together in one. And from the concept art that's been released, it looks pretty awesome, yet really familiar. From dragon-riding swordsmen against sky pirates, heck, there's even a four-armed samurai and snakemen riding dinosaurs. Infinite Realms was ambitious and definitely ahead for its time, as it also wasn't pursued by LEGO, and that was probably for the better, since the early 2000s marked a transitional period for LEGO, as it just began to embrace action-packed storytelling with a multimedia approach, moving away from its struggling period earlier in the decade. After being pushed back for a couple of years, in 2009 a new team got a hold of the concepts and began to generate their own take. That's where these concept pieces came from. Originally intended to be about ninja faction going to war with each other, and later turning into the spinning ninjas versus skeletons we've all come to love. Fast forward to 2024, and what was deemed unworkable in 2004 now became a reality. Over the last few, Ninjago and other original IPs like Chima and LEGO Dreams have brought these rejected ideas to life. And it's not like Ninjago is going anywhere. Arguably, it's right now stronger than ever. In retrospect, there are no bad ideas, just not the right situations for the time. And personally, what I take from the rejected pitches from Mike Rayhawk as well as the LEGO company as a whole produced is exactly that: the ideas are never set in stone. They're fluid. They can evolve and change over time. There's so much work and effort put into toys, it's honestly inspiring. It's a constant process of ups and downs, because success can only be born out of failure, and sometimes rejected ideas can still be influential 20 years later. If you want to learn more about Mike Rayhawk's fascinating story, the link to his website is in the description of the video. Thank you all so much for joining me on this ride. I've been Ninjawhip. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day.